Hey everybody, this is Matt here. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate adding the ticket text to a video in Movavi Video Editor 2026. Okay, well here you can see on my desktop, it's just simply a blue color, the wallpaper here, but I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click the Movavi Video Editor 2026 icon that I have saved here on my taskbar. I'm going to click it now to open the program. Alright, now the program's open. I'm going to move the mouse pointer up now and click File Import. Now I'll move the mouse pointer down and click the Add Files icon here. And now I have to find my video clip. So I'll move the mouse pointer to the left of the Open Media Files prompt box here, and I'm going to click Desktop. And I'm going to find my folder. So I'm going to scroll down and double click Sample Clips here. Now I'm going to double click Movavi Video Editor 2026. I'm going to move the mouse pointer up and double click Text here and double click Ticket. Here's my clip. Now obviously whichever folders you're working with on your system are up to you. You name them and place them. But this is my folder and my video file. So I'm going to double click the clip here. Perfect. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to save the project. I'm going to move the mouse pointer to the upper left. Click the file drop down and move the mouse pointer down and click Save Project. And I'm going to now, or I could have clicked Save Project As because it's a new project, but you guys all know that, I'm sure. So now I'm going to find my folder. I'm going to click, looks like everything's all right here. I'm going to click Text, and I'm going to double click Ticket here and save my project. So I'm going to just simply call it Ticket. Ticket Text is what I'm going to call it. Perfect. So now I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click the Save icon in the bottom right of the prompt box. Okay, perfect. Now, the clip is under Project Files. I'm going to secondary click it just to show you this neat feature of Movavi Video Editor 2026. I'm going to click it, and now secondary click it. And I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click File Information. And you can see some nifty information on the video here. The width and height, the resolution basically is 1920 by 1080. The aspect ratio 16 by 9. And the frame rate is 59.940 seconds. That will be handy to know when we export the clip, okay? I like to keep things the same as the original file. And throughout most projects, there may be projects where you'll want to alter that. But typically, I think it's best to stay with that. So I'll move the mouse pointer down and click the OK icon here. Particularly the aspect ratio. It's best to stick with the aspect ratio and the duration. Pardon me, the width and height. The duration isn't necessarily so important because you may want to trim it, but sorry for making a short story long here. Now I'm simply going to move the mouse pointer down and click the OK icon on the bottom right of the prompt box. Now I'm going to secondary click the clip there, and you can see it was already selected. Click it to select it, make sure it's selected, and now I'm going to click Add to the timeline. And I'm going to click at the beginning. Perfect. Now I've added the clip. Now it's time to add the ticket text to it. So I'm going to move the mouse pointer to the left here and click Text. It's the text icon there. And here, very important piece of information here. Click this All Items drop-down menu. You want to go with free, mostly. You don't want to necessarily go with the subscription. If you can afford the subscription, great. But I'm going to go with free. I think it's best for most of y'all. So I'm going to click Free. And now I'm going to type in the search box here. Just to show you the ticket. I'm going to type in... Obviously, I'm going to type in ticket, and you can see we have 4 options here, but ticket here on the far left is the one I want. You can see that's the one for like an airline, okay? There are other tickets, but I searched for the ticket. Now, if you wanted to find the ticket in its category, the ticket we're going to use today, we have to scroll down on the left and find Nature and Travel, and click Nature and Travel, and here it is here under Nature and Travel, the ticket here. So I'm going to click it. Now I'm going to secondary click it and click Add to the timeline, and I'm simply going to place it at the current position. So I'm going to click Add to current position. Perfect. Now you can see the font there. It is looks to be defaulted to Juan Smith. I want to change that, so I'm going to click the drop down menu of the fonts, and I'm going to scroll down to find my font. Times New Roman is what I'm going to use. Perfect. Now I'm going to type in the input box. You can see the text is way big, but I'm going to alter that in just a few moments. I'm going to type in the input box there. Just give me a couple moments. I'm going to go with my text. So I'll delete that text and begin typing. Okay, there's my text. You can see it's way too big. I'm going to bold the text now. Now I'm going to click the drop down arrow to change the font size. I'll click it now. And how about 14? 14 looks good. So this is Branta Air Flight 800, runway 5, destination Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada, departure May 11th, 2026. Okay, perfect. Now, that's great. The text has changed. Okay, so now I'm going to show you this handy trick. I'm going to click the image in the back. Takes a little bit of patience. I'm simply going to move it down to the lower left there. It would have been fine there. I'm just trying to show you some of the creative control you have here. Now I'm going to click the text and move the text down. Perfect. Now, okay, and I'm not quite finished with the text here. I want to just make one more change to the text. I'm going to change the color, okay? So I'm going to click the color there and change it to red. Perfect. All right, excellent. Now, you can add an outline or a background to the text, but I'm not going to do that. I think that's fine the way it is. I'm going to move the mouse pointer up here now and click clip here, up here, see that? And I'm going to change the duration. I'm going to make it a little longer. Not the full length of the clip, but I just want to make it a little longer. So I'm going to click that up arrow there now. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to click apply. Okay, to make my changes to my text. Okay, awesome. Always click apply when you finish editing your text. Now I'm going to move the mouse pointer up and click file and save the project again. So click save project. Excellent. Now before we watch the clip with the text added, I'm going to export the clip so we can make it a file, an actual video file. So I'm going to move the mouse pointer to the left, to the right of the screen here, pardon me, and click export. And I'm going to click the export icon here. Thank you, Movavi. Okay, you can see the title's ticket text. That's great. I'm going to change my folder. I'm going to click browse here. You can see we're MP4 first, I should say. MP4 and ticket text, and I'm going to click browse to change my folder. And I'm going to scroll down and click my folder. Just give me a moment here. Double click sample clips. I'll double click Movavi Video Editor 2026. And I'm going to double click text here. Okay, and double click ticket. As I said earlier, obviously whichever folders are on your system, they're up to you. But now I've selected folder. I'm going to click select folder here. All right. And I'll move the mouse pointer down and click advanced. And I'm going to change the frame rate. Since the original frame rate was about 59.94 frames a second, I'm going to use that. And I'm going to go with the bit rate. I'm going to click that drop down menu and go with auto. 1920 by 1080 was the original resolution. That's great. That's what I want to stick with. H.264 is the codec. And I'm going to click that gear to the right of the codec there. I'm going to click it now. And click two passing holding. That'll give us a higher quality export. And the speed, I'm going to click that drop down menu and say, now obviously this is quality versus time. If you go very slow, you'll get a high quality export, but it will take quite a long time. I would typically recommend medium or slow, okay? But fast and faster are good too. Faster, you can see it's the default. But if you have a client who's very particular, you might want to go very slow, okay? But I'm going to go with medium here. I'm going to select medium. And the preset is film. You have film, animation, retro, slideshow, fast decode, and zero latency. Throughout the most part, you definitely want to go with the default of film. So I'm going to click film. Now I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click OK on the bottom right here of the export settings. And here's the original export settings box here. And I'm going to move the mouse pointer down and click OK to start the export. We're just about ready to start the export, so I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to click Start here on the bottom right. Okay, perfect. Now the export has begun, and this will just take a couple minutes. Okay, the export has finished. I'm now going to click the OK icon here. And you see Open Output Folder. I'm going to click OK now. The Open Output Folder was checked. Now we're going to watch the clip. So I'm going to double click the clip. Here to open it in Media Player. All right, that was neat. Okay. I'm going to close the media player now, and I'm going to close the folder. I think that's a nifty text. There, the ticket text is nifty. Have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I'll answer all I can. I'll get back to you when I can. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time.